Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Monday night, 6 p.m., and another week has passed, and it's good to see everybody. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'm sure we'll get a few more that come on in a few minutes, but I really appreciate you all watching. Um, it means a lot. It does. And I know it'll mean a lot to Michael Wright, because he's my special guest, and he's as far as I'm concerned, one of the best drone pilots in the business, as they say. I I really enjoy flying with Mike. I met him at the first South Florida drone meetup, and then I met him again out at Spin Up. Actually, I sat next to him, and the reason I sat next to him because he's a very lucky guy. He wins. Actually, he won the big drone the year before at Spin Up. So I wanted to sit next to him, and maybe that some of that luck would rub off on me. And sure enough, it did, because I won the Mavic 3 at Spin Up, and I think a lot of it had to do with that I sat next to Michael. No, it was just the luck of the draw, as you all know. Um, but I want to say thank you to Kelly and Spin Up, and that was a great event. It really was. And when Kelly has it again next year, I highly recommend it that you go to it because it's an amazing event, just like the South Florida Drone Meetup is. And I'm not just saying it because me and the South Florida Drone Committee run it. It's just a lot of people like coming to South Florida and getting away from the colder weather if you're up north. But Florida is a great state to vacation in, and obviously fly drones. And the venue that we picked last year was a great venue. It really was. Jensen Beach, Florida, is a great area, but this Jensen Beach Causeway Park is a great place to fly drones, and it was conducive for GPS drones as well as FPV drones. And what's great about the meetup, well, not just the South Florida meetup, but any meetup, is you get to meet the other pilots, and you talk to them, and you tell drone stories, and you laugh, you carry on, and you tease each other, and that's a big thing. And flying, of course, you get to fly. I didn't fly, believe it or not, I didn't fly as much as I wanted to at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Every time I would go to fly, somebody would come. I'd go over and talk to them and welcome them. And but I did get a couple of good flights in, and it was great to see everybody. And I want to say thank you to all those that attended the South Florida Drone Meetup, as well as all the sponsors. We had a lot of sponsors that donated raffle prizes, and that was a big thing that made it a lot more enjoyable for everybody. When you go home with a raffle prize, you know, it puts a big smile on your face. But anyway, let me just tell you, it's going to be the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup is going to be on April 1st, 2023 in Jensen Beach, Florida. We have an event page on Facebook. You can get more information there, or you just contact me or Johnny, Dronefly, Maddie, Brad, or Bill. We're all on the drone committee, and we'll be more than happy to give you more information about it. But um, it's something because I did finally receive my DJI controller. I ordered it from DJI as soon as it was made compatible with the Mavic 3. You know, that's what I was waiting for. I read and I saw the videos, and everybody loved theirs with the Mini 3, and I ordered it. I finally received it. You know, I put on Tony's. Oh, by the way, let me just tell you, this month's giveaway is a lanyard holder for the DJIRC, and this is donated by Tony from Quadcopters and Tech, and I want to say thank you to Tony, and we'll be giving that away. But I tell you, I love it. It's on the bottom here, and it goes right around the lanyard, the Pilot Institute lanyard, and it's great. It really is. And anyway, somebody's going to win one at the beginning of next month. And thank you again to Tony. But we got a great crowd in the house already, and let me just welcome in a few people, and then I want to get Michael in here because I didn't leave him that much shrimp and lobster, but he's enjoying it back there. But anyway, JC flying, he was number one. Always good to see JC in the house, as they say. TJ was number two, and Zach Key, and I tell you, it's amazing because who would ever thought people would want to listen to an old fart like me, on a Monday night. But thank you guys. And Paul Brown, he's in the house, and John, Flying Flynn Media, Ray of Sunshine, good to see you. How you doing? And Jim's droning, how you doing? And Joe, Jaybird Drone, always good to see you. And happy birthday, buddy. I hope you had a good one. I know you went to Ford's Garage. I saw that, and that's a great restaurant to go to. And if anybody who doesn't know about Ford's Garage, it's really a great restaurant. They have all kind of Ford. They have cars and old trucks and motors and Ford accessories. It's really, really a cool restaurant. Hey, Scott, Jackrabbit, FPV, good to see you. How you doing? And Tony, I want to say thank you again for your donation. And I really like these. I really do. These DJRC lanyard holders are great. No doubt about it. DeMarco's in the house. Holy mackerel. How you doing? Good to see you, DeMarco. And Maddie. Maddie's in the house. How you doing? And, I tell you, Maddie and Max, we were following them driving up to the Midwest Drone Meetup. And from what I've heard, they had a great time up there. And it was a total success from what I understand. And I would have loved to had made it myself. I had a prior commitment. I had booked concert tickets way, way, way back, even before I left Florida. Actually, I booked these concert tickets. But listen, I'll get back to the names in a few minutes. I don't want to leave Michael in the back room too long, so I want you all to give Michael Wright from Texas, also known as the Texas Arch Drone Guy, a warm welcome. How you doing?
Doing great, Ray. Thanks for the welcome. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Out in Drone Land.
Yeah. Always good to have you on the show, It was my pleasure meeting you, when you first came to the South Florida Drone Meetup, And I mean, we immediately hit it off,
Right.
And then you had hung around or stayed a couple extra days, and you got to go on my boat with me, and I took you to one of my secret spots.
Exactly.
Peanut Island, the world famous Peanut Island.
Peanut Island. I enjoyed that. In fact, I was out there both times, both years.
So welcome, welcome to the not the Fly for Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly live show, Michael, anything new? Have you been flying?
I've got a little flying a little bit. It's cooling off a little bit. We only got up to 98 degrees the other day for one day, 99 the next. So that's great, because we had like 30 consecutive days, 100 plus, and
hot
back at hundreds a day. But it's going to be cooling off the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah,
it's getting there.
Well, that's good. That's
hopefully
good.
It'll be that the rest of the country as well. So.
Yeah, I know.
So good.
But I really, and I'm not just saying it because you're on the show. I enjoy flying with you. I had such a pleasure going to Peanut Island with you on my boat that day.
You're a wonderful host, Ray. You really are.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it was a pleasure being with you, and I gave you the tour of Palm Beach.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah,
Hey,
you pointed out where Mar-a-Lago was for me.
yeah, right, right. Barkley, 107 Jones is in the house. How you doing? And Johnny, did I mention Johnny? Johnny's in the house. Yeah. How you doing, Johnny? Thank you for popping in.
And Marco.
Yeah, you know. Um, but anyway, I know you booked your hotel already for the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup.
Right. And come September 8th is when Southwest Airlines is I can allow to book then. They wait till the 8th, 6 months before. They said the 8th is the earliest I can book an airline flight. So
yeah, no,
I know I rode out there with Johnny. You know, we drove out there together last year, but I don't think I'm going to take that drive this time. I think I'm going to fly.
Well, it's a long drive, right?
It is a long drive,
especially for you, because you were a lot further than Johnny.
I hadn't had a road trip like that since college days. You know, so.
Well, I'm sure you and Johnny had a lot of laughs.
We had a great time. That's the reason why I went and want to drive with them. It's just a good time to get to know people.
Yeah, exactly.
And we stopped in Tallahassee and then followed Scott Francis out there all the way from Tallahassee to Jensen Beach.
Yeah. Hey, look at this, Johnny.
Michael.
Well, I tell you, I know, Johnny. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Johnny is one of the best guys in the drone community. You know, and he, you know, I was so honored when he asked me to co-host a live stream with him. I didn't know anything really about live streams. You know, I mean, I would watch them.
Right.
You know, and then he says, "How about we do one?" And I said, "Sure." And you know, it's going on 2 years now that him and I have been doing the Fly for Fun show.
Yeah, I think it was new for Johnny too. I think you all learned together.
Yeah, we did. You know, but I have to say the drone community is really a great community. You know, if you don't you agree, Mike?
Well, I agree. I tell people, you know, where I used to I started following Billy Kyle when he was like 18. You know, and then you listen, and you know, I got Ted, and Ted's retired. You know, Dr. Ted, and you know, there's 50 years difference in the ages, and we're best of friends. You know, it's one of them. I know. Like that, you know.
I know, and when I first went in, you know, I had so much to learn. I didn't know anything about drones really. You know, I had bought a Phantom 4, which is in the case now. I put it back in the case. I usually have it right here.
Yeah.
But I put it back in the case because I was going to fly it. But and the people were so helpful to me in the chats, you know, and they welcomed me, and it was a good feeling.
Yep. Very much so.
You know, I know you've been involved a lot longer than me. When did you first get involved with drones, Michael?
Actually, I started about December of 2013. I bought it was the Chroma 350QX. It was a Blades version to compete with DJI Phantom 1. Both of them, the Phantom as well as the Blade Chroma, both had you put a camera on it. You know, the Phantom used the GoPro, and Blade had their own called a C Pro or something like that camera, a CGO camera.
Okay.
And then they came out 2 more versions, a QX2, QX3, where they put in the built-in camera on it the following years. And then after that, they pretty much went by the wayside from Blade. DJI just took off, and Blade continued making other RC planes and so forth. But that Blade Chroma was actually it was an exact twin of the Unique. In fact, you could use the same controller. Unique had their own model, but it was made by Unique, just branded as a Blade Chroma. People aren't aware of that, and then Unique was big in the drone industry back then too, but not as much now. So,
well, I seen a Unique drone the first time up at the Rhode Island. We had a little meetup up there, mini meetup.
Right.
And a fellow named John Booth from the Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group, he brought it down, and I had never seen one, and that's a pretty impressive drone.
Probably the Typhoon H.
Yeah.
That's what it pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, it was big. I mean, very professional looking.
Oh yeah. They're
And it
coming. They're
flew
still
good.
making drones now. I think they're coming out with. They just came out with one recently. What I'd heard, but nothing to compete with the consumer for the most part.
No, no. Well, we
Not
all
anymore.
know. We all know. DJI is the best. I
Hear
don't
that,
see
Max?
Max in the house.
That's
But
okay. Max still has DJI. You may say that, but it doesn't stop him from flying them.
I say that just to get,
Get your
we
mileage up.
had a thing going.
I
He would
know.
say
I think
DJI
everybody knows.
sucks. I'd say DJI is the best.
Yeah.
And it's really, really. They are great drones.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
very easy to fly. Now you recently, well, your latest drone is the DJI Mini 3, correct?
Mini 3, right? What was it, 2 months ago, I guess? Yeah, middle of June. I just got back from my visit to Marcus in Idaho, and it was at my house when I got back, first week of June.
And how do you like it?
And I love that Mini 3. I mean, what surprised me more than anything, it's so quiet. I mean, very
Yeah.
quiet.
Right.
More
And-
so
and-
than the Mini 2 even,
Oh, is that right? It's quieter?
It's much quieter, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you
And
don't
it
even know
handles
actually
well,
speed,
flies
you know,
well.
handles, flies well. It's all around good drone. I have no problem at all with it.
It's one of those things where you want to get the latest and greatest, and I really had to fight myself from ordering that drone because
Yeah.
everybody was buying it, ordering it, and I threw a couple of hints out to my wife,
Right.
and
Didn't
and she
work.
didn't bite. She didn't bite and give me permission. So I didn't order it,
You just got to keep at it.
Yeah. But you also have the Mavic 3, correct?
I've got the Mavic 3. That Mavic 3 is quite a machine. I mean, I can't find anything wrong with it.
Right. It's a great drone, I how I tease people that I sleep with it,
Yeah.
and then I kiss it, all the time.
I didn't know
But
about that, but
yeah, but it's one of those things where I never would have bought this drone, to be honest with you, because
Right.
I would consider this for a professional, not a hobbyist. And I do consider myself a hobbyist, recreational drone flyer. I am studying here and there, to get my Part 107, but it's
Ray,
really not a priority for me. And I don't
Ray,
want, you recently retired,
right.
and I've been retired a long time, and I really don't want to go back to work.
Right. But 107 is just good information. You ought to just go take the test. You'd pass it, no problem. You don't need to study anymore.
Yeah, I know. You and
Listen to
a
you on the
number of
shows and all.
others have said that to me.
Just do
Go
it.
get it, Ray. Hey, Bob
Exactly.
Casey. Bob Casey's in the house. How you doing, Bob? And Aki Rasho, how you doing? Good to see you. And Dre, coming to us all the way from California. How you doing, Dre? Recovery One Drone.
But Ray,
Yeah,
talking about a professional drone, your Phantom 4 is more, I think it's still a more professional drone, though, than the Mavic 3.
yeah, it is.
Really,
And that camera on the
it's
Phantom 4
fantastic.
is amazing. It really is.
Been out 4 years, but the Mavic 4 has been out, about 3 years on the Mavic 4, I think. But, there's nothing wrong with that drone either. I mean, that's just a good old machine.
Yeah, you're talking about being quiet though. It's not a quiet drone.
Not a quiet drone, no.
Yeah.
But
You know.
it is more professional drone than it is consumer, I believe. Really do. I mean, people love it for mapping and aerial photography.
Well, I was very impressed with the looks of it when I first saw it. I said,
Right.
"Oh man, that's a cool looking drone." And I think I had told, well, I know I told the story on other live streams, but when I first got serious about getting a drone, it was the real estate guy that was going to sell my son's house, and he was going to take real estate, well, drone shots of my son's house,
Right.
and I told him, I said, "Oh, Russ, if you're going to, do that, please let me know, because I would like to see you fly." Well, he didn't have to take the drone shots. The house sold within one day.
Yeah.
But when we closed, we went to the closing. He was there, and he said, "Ray, what are you doing?" After the closing, I said, "Nothing." He says, "Well, I got the drone. If you want, I'll come and
Mhm.
I'll show you how to fly it." And he did. and I was so impressed with his Phantom 4 Pro. He had the
Right.
Pro. It was a black one,
Oh, Obsidian. It's called Obsidian. Right.
and I says, "Wow!" And he showed me how easy it was to fly, and the
Yeah.
video, and the photos it was taken. And the following week, I went out and bought mine. And I bought mine used, by the way.
Right. I
And
bought mine on eBay, but it was brand new.
oh, okay, you got a
There's a,
brand new one.
there's a guy that runs a hobby town in Dallas Fort area. He owns 4 of them, but he also runs an eBay store. And evidently he got it, put it on the deal. It was the 4 Pro Plus with a screen, built-in screen. I sold the screen controller and bought a regular one because I wanted to use it for mapping, and I need to use the iOS Apple for mapping for the mapping programs.
Okay.
The Android Crystal Sky that was built in the screen wouldn't work with most mapping programs back then. So I went ahead and sold the Pro controller with the Crystal Sky built in, and bought a regular controller that I could put my iOS Apple Mini 5 on. So
I got you.
it made more sense to me, to get rid of the built-in screen at the time. Plus, the iPad was larger.
Well, you're a Pub 107 now. Do you do a lot of commercial jobs?
I don't do a lot. I've done a few, but very, not that many. And I'm looking at doing that maybe a year or so from now, once I get my house built, maybe to take them as a desire, as a want.
Right, and
I
that's
think the
another
job's
good
out.
thing. You can schedule it when you want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Hey, Hot Rod. Rod's in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Um, we have like 33 people, just to let you know, signed up that say they're coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup already. And a lot of people were making fun of me, keeping the list, starting it so early. But I like to do that,
I think
it
it's a good
keeps an
idea.
interest, and it gives people somewhat of a commitment, when their name goes on the list, you're not allowed to
Right.
back out.
I told there's a guy by the name of Adrian Doko. He's the president of the Lone Star chapter, the Texas chapter of the USAVI. Been involved in drones for infrared in particular for about 4 years now. Very well knowledge. He's given speeches. Ken Dobo has been to some meetups we've had, some workshops, and spoke. Ken would speak, and I've told Ken about the Ken Dobo. I'm talking about Adrian. Told Adrian about their meetup, and I told him what he needs to do. He said he's thought about coming. I said, what you need to do is go ahead and get your hotel, because you can cancel the hotel in the end.
Yeah, no
Do
penalty.
it now
Yeah.
while you can, because it's like half price or more than half price.
Right.
They were charging $300 a night by the time we left last year. Remember that for extra night?
Yeah, I know. I felt bad for people, and some people couldn't get a room there, and
Right.
well, it's always better to book it early. Like you say, it can be canceled.
Right. I don't know how many they're selling at your block rate, if they told you, or they're just take them as they go.
I was shocked too that they gave us the same rate.
Oh,
Because
I couldn't believe that.
No, rates are going to go up.
Exactly.
I mean, and I was very, very happy with that.
So,
And they were happy with our group, just to let you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the director, Christine Franco, told me. We would love to have you guys back.
right.
So that says a lot for the guys and gals that stayed there. Really,
I'm excited about being in the same location again. I mean, that normally I like to travel around, but that was perfect fit for the group and the hotel, the accommodations and all. So
yeah, it was close to the venue. And Lawrence Novice Quads is in the house. How you doing, Lawrence? Good to see you. Yeah, it's a nice area, but we'll do one thing at a time, and there's no doubt we'll have another good time.
yeah,
I should say another great time.
I'm sure you have a lot of donations again, other giveaways and so forth too. People look forward to that.
Yeah. Well, Robbie said he's going to do more and than he did last year.
That's not why I go. I go for the camaraderie more than anything.
Exactly. I know.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But anyway, Michael, I have it. I have your video queued up, and
Okay, sure.
and I would like to show a little bit of it,
Sure.
if you don't mind, and hopefully, I won't lose the stream. because I'm always worried about that. Um, and then I forget to hit Chrome tab sometimes. But anyway, maybe you could narrate while I was
Sure,
playing.
sure. Well, this is a video taken at the outside of Idaho. Went out to visit Marcus the first week of June, and believe it or not, he's never flown this area. This area where I'm flowing, it's called the Fountains at the Village, and this is a office shopping center multi-use complex that's actually right across the street from Julius Kleiner Park, which you've seen Marcus fly in. In fact, that's where I took off from Kleiner Park, and it's fairly crowded, but I stayed over the roof lines with the buildings and all. And these are fountains that I actually had heard about here locally. I had a project at City Council in South Lake, and they were talking about doing a fountains, and they showed one in Meridian, Idaho. I couldn't believe it out of all that. And come find out, I believe it's the same design company did the Bellagio fountains as well.
Oh, okay.
I believe they did. But this is it. So I thought, when I go out to see Marcus, I need to go by and see this place. I'd seen it in my own neighborhood, where they were going to be the same company designing it. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. It really is,
But it's
And
exciting. Marcus took me out to his wife took me out to dinner there right near the fountains, one of those places, and had a wonderful time there. He's a great host as well.
well, you guys, the Snake River Canyon is on my drone bucket list,
Yeah. Right.
and to fly with Marcus and Ted,
Right.
and you did it, and it had to be an awesome time.
Yeah, well, I'd like to go. I'd go back again because Marcus got sick. He ended up in the hospital 2 days after we were flying, and then I also came down with COVID when I was out there. I was feeling terrible for several days. I got out one day on a Sunday myself and drove 100 miles, but I wasn't feeling great. So we weren't able to complete everything that we had planned. So I wouldn't mind doing it again
it's unfortunate. Yeah.
But I had a great time out there. He was a wonderful host as well.
You got to fly the Snake River Canyon.
I got to meet Ted. That was fun meeting Ted. Really.
I mean, and thinking about it, that's an awesome place to fly. Really.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I know you're going to say flying with Marcus and Ted, but what did you think about flying at the Snake River Canyon itself?
Oh, I had a wonderful time. It was really great. I enjoyed that, but I also enjoyed going out to the state parks that were like 100 miles east of there. And all I did was call ahead. It's up to every superintendent in Idaho, but they had no problem at all. They said, come on, And so, again, I got it in email. So I got written verification. And I went to 4 or 5 different areas within. They have like a state park, and they have about 5 or 6 different regions, from canyons to waterfalls to mountainous. And it was a great time. I ended up having to cut it short at the end because the thunderstorms came in. But they're very accommodating at the state parks in Idaho.
Yeah.
I don't have that here in Texas. They don't allow it for the most part.
Right. Same thing in Florida. You can't fly drones in a state park.
They don't allow it at 2 locations here in Texas, all over Texas, and they happen to be AMA parks, that fly fields that are in the state parks, and they'll allow them to go and fly at those AMA locations.
Yeah. And Max Air is in the house. I think always good to see Max. And I would have really loved to have been in the back seat of that car as Maddie and Max were heading up to Chicago, because I know they had a great time, really.
Well, they did. I think they made several stops on the way up there too. They're planning numerous stops. That's what Maddie had said.
Yeah, I know. And Joe Blaylock's in the house. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you. Yeah. And like I say, not that it's hard, but when I'm talking to you and trying to read the comments, it's for me it's hard. Put it that way.
I agree.
So, but oh, Johnny, yeah. See, I knew there would be a comment from Johnny about this. They were in the back seat.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew it had to be Johnny. Johnny would be the one to say it.
You could be right, Johnny. Yeah. But anyway, no. I'm so glad that the weather cooperated for the guys up, Michael and Sergio and Jack and Chris and everybody who went to the Midwest drone meetup. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of videos about it. They'll be posted up, and I like watching the videos of these meetups. Don't you?
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing some of them.
Yeah, I know. Oh, look at this. There you go.
Yeah, Crash Gundam.
Johnny. Yeah, Maddie, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
heard about that,
Sorry to
Maddie.
hear about
Sorry.
your drone, man. You know?
That was before he went up there, I believe.
Yeah.
At least one of them was. Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped it at a Hooters, I believe. It happened at a Hooters. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, but anyway, uh, I want to give the tip of the week now, Michael. I give a little
Sure.
tip of the week, and I know I have given this one in the past, long, long time ago, and that's just check air map. Simple little tip: check air map on your phone. Make sure the area you want to fly in is legal. Um, if not, get your Lance approval. And that's a lot of people don't know how to do that. It's very, very easy to do, um, to get Lance approval. There's so many videos on it, but I always check AirMap. I do, and it's a nice app. It really is. So that's the tip of the week. Check AirMap on the area you're going to fly. So, do you have any other tips, Mike? Anything you want to share?
I like a loft, but besides that, it's great. But
Yeah, Aloft, right? Yeah, I think Aloft. Did they buy out? Did they buy out? No, they bought out before you fly, didn't they?
I think they assisted in before you fly in purchasing it, or maybe they own it. They wrote it for the government. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But,
Yeah, yeah. And even Jake Sloan went up to the Midwest drone meetup. Yeah, I saw a picture of Jake up there,
mhm.
and that had to be different for Jake because he's up in Alaska. You know,
Right.
on the glaciers most of the time.
I imagine he traveled the furthest. I imagine.
Yeah. Well, he does a lot of traveling, I think,
Yeah.
with his drone flying. You know,
Hmm.
and there you go. Jake Sloan is the man. Barkley says, "Yeah." Hey, Charles, how you doing, Charles Gillespie? Thank you for popping in, as they say. Um, but I got a video from JC. JC sends us videos, me, and then the Fly for Fun show. And I'm going to take a few minutes to show JC's video. And thank you, JC, for sending it. I really appreciate it. And if anybody wants their video shown, just send me a little text or a message and just say, show one of my videos from my YouTube channel, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Um, and sometimes we don't we can't find a channel, so sometimes that's an issue. But if you could send the link, that's even better. But JC's becoming quite the FPV pilot, so here's JC. Thank you, JC. Yeah, Sunday cruise, and he flies the DJI FPV drone. Um, which is great, I think. You know,
Hmm.
and what I enjoy too, Michael, is see the improvement on these guys when they start flying and where they are today.
Exactly.
And JC's coming
Yep.
a long way. Look at him. Look at the way he's just zipping along there. Right. Look at this. Right through.
Yeah.
Right through the bucket loader.
No problem whatsoever with that. Huh? Doesn't hesitate.
Yeah. Very cool, JC.
Yep.
Hey, Herman, Plan and Flight 101. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, look at that. And there's Max with his comment. Oh, I passed it already. I don't think I can bring it back. No, I passed it, Max. Yeah. Um, but anyway,
US Nation. Yeah.
that was a great video, JC. Thank you.
Thank you, JC.
But I think Max put up the comment something about the DJI FPV sucks. But it's something because I think Max Air has one.
I think he has every DJI drone.
Yeah. But I got to say, Max is an incredible FPV drone pilot, and so was Maddie. Maddie's in the chat too. Really, those guys can fly FPV. The other thing I might add is Paul Brown, Widgeon Big. He's in the chat. He's an incredible FPV pilot too. And I don't want to go into the incident, so we'll leave it at that. And all I can say is I wish you the best, Paul. And I think you'll beat it. So, yeah. So, Michael, are you going to get the DJI Avata?
Well, let's put it this way. I wasn't going to, but I'm considering it now because since I've got the DJI FPV, since I got the goggles, I've got the receiver, I've got the motion controller, all I need is a drone. So right. I'm probably going to get the drone.
Yeah, I figured you would. For that reason, be honest with you,
I would not have gotten it if I didn't have the other FPV, the other equipment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the little bit that I've seen of it, it looks like a cool little drone.
Right.
I'm not an FPV
It is
guy.
slower, half the speed of the DJI FPV. But that may be exactly what I need to learn. I love the FPV, the speed of the FPV that I have now. I've never taken it out into manual mode, but I love the speed at 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour. That is fun to fly. And this Avata will take go half the speed. I mean, even their normal mode is half the speed. So it might be easier to learn FPV with a slower FPV drone. May feel more comfortable going through cranes and trees, and when I build my house, I'm going to go through the studs and interior shots before the sheetrock stuff, things like that. I may feel more comfortable doing with a slower speed drone.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what's considered a Cinewhoop or something like that.
Cinewhoop, right? That's what.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's going to be popular for DJI. I think it will be.
I've had other little quadcopters from Blade and so forth, $150 over the years, but never really got into flying those a whole lot. But the Cinewhoop is a little bit larger. I think it'd be good one to learn with. 5-inch blades, I believe. So maybe the perfect size.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's going to come out maybe this month.
Maybe.
There's more and more leaks coming out every day.
Yep. I haven't been able to check today to see what's out there, but I did hear earlier maybe some people are expecting an announcement maybe tomorrow night, or Wednesday, just announcement only about a upcoming event.
Yeah. Well, I would say, yep. There we go. Now you got an inside track too, right?
Not anymore. My son-in-law he was with DJI for 3.5 years, distributor down in Houston. But he left that company about 2 months ago. He's now with a company called Altera. They're based out of Austin, but they got an Austin office, Houston, McAllen, Texas, Southlake, and Scottsdale, Arizona. And they sell mainly surveying drones, and these price range from $30,000 to $100,000 drones. And it's up here. They well have over 100 people. I mean, they're very good company out there. So that's exciting because he lives in Houston right now. He's been able to office out of his home for a year, but we'll be moving to the hill country. Well, he'll be in the hill country then too. Then we moved to Austin. So closer for all of us,
Good. Yeah.
So no inside information anymore on DJI. He wouldn't tell me a whole lot of stuff, but I hear more on YouTube than what Mike would tell me. You do get to know a lot of law enforcement over the years here in Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana. He dealt with, as well as car departments.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Always good to know and support law enforcement. That's what I say.
Exactly. Right.
But you know what I did hear? And again, I'm no one to speak because I don't even fly FPV really. When I tried my little sit and whoop that I won on those guys, I did it right here and the thing hit the ceiling. I still got a mark on the ceiling over here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I heard there were a lot of crashes at the Midwest Drone Meetup. I don't know if I'm missing the comments about them or what, but that's what I heard. Maddie had said that in the stream on Bill Ronane's show last night, but I don't think many of them were like really damaged badly.
Right.
So
100-foot ceiling. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. How you doing? Reptilian Research, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah. But I have to say, I'm looking forward to the South Florida Drone Meetup. I really am. I'm counting the days, believe it or not. And I hope to see, I know I'll see you there, Mike,
definitely.
And Johnny's coming, and all, it's just a great time. And I'm not just saying that, it's just great to fly with other drone pilots and swap stories, and that's one of the things I'm sure they're going to say about this Midwest Drone Meetup. Really,
I'm sure. Yep.
Yeah. And
I looked into going there. I wasn't able to make it. Had some things came up, and so I just got back in June. From I was going to go to Minefield next week, but decided not to do that. I went last year.
Oh, you're not going now? Yeah, you were going. I thought
I was going to go, but I'm not making it this time.
Okay. Yeah, that's always a good time with Ken Herron, and that's his birthday, right? It's right around his birthday.
And Brad was out there last year, and Bob Casey was out there last year. Ken Dobo was there last year.
Yeah, exactly. Another big thing. Robbie's in the chat, so let me say hi to Robbie.
Robbie, I met Robbie out there.
It's one of those things where
that's where I met Robbie. Was at Ken Herron's last year. Robbie just joined us.
I got my drone bag right here, Robbie. Just to let you know, and there's my little keychain right here, and this is so cool. You know about this, right? Right, Mike?
I know about it. I've seen it.
Yeah. All you got to do is, scan your phone with it, and it brings up all your social media. And it's good.
Good idea. Yeah.
Because you know it as well as I know. When you're flying, people have a tendency to come and talk to you.
Right.
At least they, do that to me in Florida and here in New York, And I don't mind talking to them. Obviously I concentrate on flying and, I'm not a daredevil pilot anyway. So I'm just taking my time up there. A lot of times it's just hovering anyway.
Yeah.
So I can talk while I'm flying. And sometimes, and you're probably going to say Ray's crazy, but I'll even offer my controller to the people. I'll say, you want to fly it? And that I have never anybody's taken me up on it, but I've offered it many times.
Yeah.
But I would hold it. I would never let them walk away with it. But nobody's taken me up on it. But I would let them fly it if they take me up on it.
I've done.
Now, do you find that in Texas?
I did. I went to a local meetup last Sunday afternoon. We had it, and there were about 15 to 20 people there. And over half of them were new novices, either don't have a drone or they're interested in it. And I've told them about your show for tonight. I told them I was going to be on it. And I told them about Drone Nation and several others. I told them I'd give them a list. Johnny's putting together a new list. I told them I'd email the list once I got it updated. So there's numerous shows you can learn from these
people. Is it. This is the list. This is like a
sacred
document.
I bought one, but it's 7 months old.
Yeah, I know. And
but they ask about it. They ask, what do you learn? What do you learn about the U-Troops? And I said, I'll get you a list on it. And so you can do it any day of the week. You can tune into somebody.
Right, exactly. And believe it or not, I had it memorized there for a while, but I'm getting older now, so I forget. But a lot of guys have went to every other week.
Right, and it changes.
Kelly Shores is doing it once a month now.
Right.
Ready, set, drone.
Exactly.
And I was a faithful follower of him every Friday night there.
Right.
And
yeah, I wouldn't ever watch.
The World Drone Community is doing it every other week now.
Every other week now. Right, exactly.
And I forget which week this is. Hopefully, I think they're going on right after our show at 7 p.m. Robbie and Al, but I don't know. Could be their off week. Let us know in the chat, Robbie.
Ones I miss on Thursdays. I bowl on Thursday night, so I'm not able to listen to Al's deal or Ken Heron's either. I watch him every now and then. So, but I like to tune on Al's. I've got to watch those after the fact. So.
Yeah, and Lauren Dunnow was in the house. How you doing, Lauren? Thank you for popping in. Yep, appreciate it. And Lauren, he's always got good info.
Exactly.
He always does.
Mm-hmm.
He was our inside track there for a while. We would never mention his name.
He still is, but you got to mention
it. But anyway, yeah. Well, thank you, Robbie. Robbie says he's going to be sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup again, and we really appreciate that, Robbie. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and his show is on next week, so he's on an off week this week. But it's one of those things where it's hard to keep track. It really is, And we got a lot of new people. I don't know if you've seen that, if you've noticed it in the chats, but there's a lot of new people in the chats lately. Not that Barkley's new, but he's been around quite a while now. But and
a little bit more participating. Yeah,
see him 107 Drones, and he's from Nashville. Am I allowed to say that, Barkley? Tell everybody you're from Nashville.
I've got one to say how to. I hadn't seen before. Ray of Sunshine. Hello, Ray of Sunshine.
Yeah, I know. And USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America. How you doing?
Yep.
Good to see you. All right, I'll send me a message, and I'll send you the file on that list. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Robbie. Okay, I don't know how to do it. Believe it or not, you're gonna laugh at me, Robbie, but I don't know how to do it while we're live. Let me see if I hit these 3 dots. Is that it? No. I can put you in timeout with those 3 dots. I'll give you a wrench as soon as we get off, Robbie. Yep. I know I did that last week and the week before. A lot of people didn't have wrenches and they wanted a wrench, so I gave a lot of wrenches out the past 2 weeks. But I'm not a tech savvy guy by any means, and I say it, and I really mean it because I flunked out in computers in college. So, but anyway, yeah, Decoy, you're doing well, Reptilian. Wow. Yep. And I thought I had like 20 babies, 30 babies. Well, I got 50 or 60 babies in there now. Not that people want to hear about the koi pond, but thank you. Thank you for watching that video. So, and I will, Robbie. Don't worry. I'll take care of you. So you don't have a koi pond or anything, do you? Didn't you say you did
Not
have
anymore.
one?
I did. I've had a
Yeah.
couple. I had one that lived in South Lake, and then I had another one. I had a 8,500 gallon tank, a pond I put in when I built the home where I'm at
That's
now.
I
But I covered it over about 4 years ago. It got to be a hassle at times, and no, my head. That's a good sized pond. 8,500 gallon. It's about 4
that's a
feet
big
deep,
pond. Yeah,
13 by 18, something like that.
that's a big pond.
Yeah.
Mine's only 2,500 gallons,
Yep.
and then my smaller one that I started with is 700 gallons. It was a small little pond, got me hooked. It was going to be for goldfish, and then I got the
Right.
one koi. That's all it takes is you get one koi.
One of my previous hobbies. So
Yeah, exactly. I know. I
you can
know.
only do so much.
Um, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Paul. Yeah, that's a great video that you put up today. Just to let you know, and I didn't see any reckless flying in it myself. So I think you're going to be all right if you go back to court and you contest it. So yeah, but I tell you, drone flying for me is a great hobby. It just, you know, I love it. I
Mhm.
can't say enough about it. What do you think, Mike?
It's a great stress relief. I found that back when I was working, and now I enjoy it. Not as much stressed out, but I still enjoy doing it. Just overall great hobby, and
Yeah.
it's a community, like you said too. It's not just flying. But it's
Well,
you
I
meet
know, I know, and you make a lot of good friends. I've
exactly.
made so many good friends
Ray, we can go
flying
anywhere in the
drones.
country. You can go anywhere in the country and know somebody, and look them up pretty
It's
much.
true. It's true. I know. Um, and it's one of those things where I have the little monthly giveaway, you know, and I was giving away a Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly hat, and it's one of those things where a lot of people want them, but Tony was kind enough to donate the DJIRC lanyard holders. So this month's monthly giveaway is going to be a lanyard holder. And now it's time. And Michael, you don't know the number, so the lucky number. We're going to pick the lucky number, guys. Put it in the chat, and the first one that gets it, their name will go in the hat for the
Great.
monthly drawing. And you're allowed to keep guessing. Sometimes I miss it. I've been missing them lately, but I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. Um, Better than I have in the past, because you call out the winner and then somebody will tell you, oh no, so and so got it. So and so got it. I do see it. I do see it. It's up there right now. I'm going to keep people in suspense though. Um, and I have to say, Michael,
Yeah.
um, you got the lucky number, but I think Paul Brown got it before you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It was number 9.
let me
So
check mine. No, it says Paul was.
yeah, I think
Yep,
Paul
always
got
had
it.
him. I agree. I agree. No contest.
So congrats, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, it's fun doing these little contests. It really is. You know. And again, I have to say, I really appreciate everybody tuning into the show, and it means a lot. It means a lot. It does. You guys, it's dinner time. The 6 o'clock news is on, but yet, Michael, they're watching us. So
That's right. This is much better than 6 o'clock news.
yeah. Well, thank you all for tuning in. And Michael, I tell you, the time just flies by. It does. The hour goes by so quickly. I can't believe it. Um, but you were a great guest.
Well,
you
I
know.
appreciate it and
And I
enjoy being
said
on
that
again.
I said that in the Facebook post, you know,
Right.
that you were an awesome special guest,
Well, I
and I
appreciate you.
really appreciate you taking the time out to be on, you know.
I appreciate you asking me. I really enjoyed it.
And I'm so thankful that you're coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup again. Really, we will have a good time. Now I understand you coming a little early, and you plan on maybe going down to the Keys, correct?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to be arriving out there Thursday, hopefully around noon Thursday, if not before. And then I'm staying until the following Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. So I'd like to go. I've never been to the Keys, so I'd like to go down to the Keys maybe on Tuesday. Even though I've got my hotel all the way through Wednesday morning, I may check out a day early, go on the Keys, and then stay in. I'm planning on flying into Fort Lauderdale this time rather than Orlando, and that way I can
Well,
fly out of Fort Lauderdale back to Dallas Fort Worth.
you'll definitely enjoy the Keys. The Keys they're amazing. They really are. You know, um, I've been down there many times, and you'll enjoy the Keys.
Yeah.
You know,
I've
but
been to
don't forget,
Florida.
you know, you're welcome to stop by and visit me.
Sure, definitely. I've been up the
You know,
Tampa area of Florida. I've been to Orlando, been to Cape Canaveral area. I've been to Lake Wales. I went to a flight test. I don't know if you're familiar with flight test or not, by Josh Bixler.
yeah.
I went to flight fest in Lake Wales. And at that time, I was able to, my wife said had a great time. My daughters were kind of unsure. I flew in a acrobatic plane. We did Immelmans, rollers, flips, 30-minute ride. And I got to pilot the plane for 5 minutes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It was amazing, man. It was the time of my life to do that, to fly that one of those, do the loops.
Yeah. Have a good night, Lauren. Thank you for coming.
Anyway, it was a great time. I did that about 3 years ago.
Very nice.
So,
You know, but you know, Monday nights is a busy night. Like I started to say about World Drone Community, but we got the Grumpy Vlogger coming on at 8,
right.
Lloyd, and then we got Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore on Drone Nation at 9 p.m. tonight. You
Right.
know, I love Monday nights. I really do. You know,
Exactly.
that's one of my favorite drone shows. It really is. So be sure to tune in, Drone Nation, later, guys. But Michael, it's time to say our goodbyes. So I want to say thank you to you for being on, and now's the time. Any closing thoughts or anything you want to promote?
Again, thanks very much for having me on. I enjoyed it. And everybody have a great time. And hopefully it'll be a little cooler here before too long. You all take care.
Yeah. Okay. And like I say, Michael, thank you for being on. Thank you all for being in the chat. You know, the show would not be the same if you guys weren't in the chat. Believe me, Michael and I would get tired of talking to each other. You know, but it's always good to talk to you, Michael. I enjoy flying with you, and I hope to see a lot of you that are in the chat at the 3rd annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and just get out there and fly for fun. Most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week. And have fun, everybody. Good